All right. Feel good about going with the recording now, or you want to just
Yeah,
chat for a second beforehand, or are we good to go?
I think we're good to go.
All right. I'm going to start the recording. All right. I'm Matt. That's Matt. This is the Wrestling Mats. This is where we usually talk about the Raw that just happened. I'm going to have to rely on the other Matt to carry us through Raw because all I want to do is bitch about SummerSlam and The Rock. That's all I really want to do because the dude screwed us from the very beginning. Okay, listen, I love The Rock. I love all of his movies. I think everyone knows that The Rock is an icon and he's a national treasure and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. But did he not? Did he not ruin and steal from us 4 months of John Cena's last year and make us sit through a zero charisma John Cena? Did he not just do that? Is that what just happened? Did he just go, I I'm going to be I need to pick a champion. I'm Mr. TKO. I'm corporate. I'm Cyrus the Virus from TNT whatever when ECW was there. I am the corporate guy. I'm going to pick my corporate champion. And we are going to be evil, ruthless, uh mega duo, maybe with more people involved, and this rapper no one likes either. And then we're gonna run WWE. I need my champion. Heel turn. Cena. No personality. No jumbotron. Just black screen. Letters to say John Cena. 4 months of this.
Weird
The no
hand
shows.
gestures when going like execute him. Here's the number 3 on my hand.
Right. Vague signals that there could be more. And then what happened? A movie gets pitched. Is that what happened? And then he went and filmed a movie
Yeah,
instead and stole 4 months of John Cena's farewell year for a movie, maybe,
they.
and then just leaves Cena to then carry this thing by himself and then to turn it upside down himself to then lose to Cody in what should have been a great match if you really think about it. But this entire 4 months, we're waiting for The Rock to show up, for any of it to make any sense, for him to just not show up, to not be there, to not expound upon this concept that he put out there, this grand stage he put out there of this concept of the story that could have been this year, been the last major chapter in Cena's career. He just, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Uh,
That's what he. That's what he did.
yeah, I mean, he really ruined this Cena heel persona run, whatever you want to say, that we could have really had here if he would have showed up. It's like taking the first 3 Star Wars movies. You have Darth Vader in the first movie. Oh my god, I'm so interested in this villain. And then he doesn't show up for the next two, and you're like, what the fuck? What happened to that guy? That was the guy we were
Right.
interested in. Everyone
Right.
was enthralled with that character, just as we were when The Rock and John Cena basically turned on Cody, and we're like, whoa, I can't wait for WrestleMania. But at least this match they put on last night wasn't kind of like a snooze fest and
Oh, the match was
uneventful
great.
kind of match, like the WrestleMania one went out on. It went on just out on such a dud. But I think we were also so like wanting more. Like, okay, The Rock's gonna show up any minute now.
We've been
That's
wanting more because The Rock wrote himself into chapter one and then never showed back up. I'm looking through this R.L. Stein Choose Your Own Adventure book, trying to figure out where the hell I can find the damn Rock, which choices need to be made to find the Rock. And the reality is that the Rock chose not to show back up because a movie came along. He chose to be in one chapter, and there is no other scenario in which you get back to the Rock because he just isn't in the book. And my problem is if the Rock wants to be in the story, that's great. He had an entire group of fans ready and excited for this thing that could have happened, but it
we all
feels
were.
right. Exactly. we all bought into the idea of John Cena's farewell tour being a heel turn bad guy, where there's some big grand gesture where he maybe gets a chance to leave with the belt because of all these other story related things with Mr. TKO himself, The Rock. And then he's gone. Don't write yourself into it because you can. And this is one of those classic examples of someone did something because they could, is what it feels like. Because then a movie opportunity showed up and that outweighed the storyline for wrestling. But he
has the power to do it too. He has the power
apparently
to just write himself in, like, I'm going to be in this thing.
We all assumed he had a lot of power with TKO with where he is. But to not have to make that your priority once you start that commitment is remarkable to me. Now, maybe it's the Netflix angle, maybe it's the movie being a certain production crew, whatever, that did trump whatever his obligations should have been to WWE, but it shouldn't have. You are going to set up the farewell tour for one of the greatest of all time with this iconic angle. You do not write yourself in for this grand thing and then just literally disappear yourself. Like,
yeah, you have to show up at least for the big shows. Not showing up for WrestleMania after you were just at the other major pay-per-view that set it up. It was Rumble, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How do you not show up at WrestleMania and then, like, okay, fine, something comes up, we try to forgive it, you still don't show up at SummerSlam? Like, what the hell? You had something that was great from the second you started. Like, okay, we turn on him, oh, it's fucked up, it's great, like, what a story filled with drama, and then you just
it would have been if there was a story.
Well,
there was a page. It wasn't even a short story.
Well, even just that moment was, like, huge with drama, and then
it was a hell of a great run-on sentence. It wasn't even a story.
Yeah,
like, I get it. I'm with you, but I just keep going back to the factor that if this is what you're going to do, you have to commit. You can't do what he did, because he robbed not just 4 months of time for what could have been a good story, but 4 months of Cena's farewell tour. And I just...
if he's going to no-show on us, he needs to just stay the fuck off of camera, period. Do whatever you do behind the scenes, fine. Stay the fuck off of camera if you can't make these obligations.
Right.
It's just... You just ruin the show that way. We should appreciate the hell out of what we just saw of John Cena and Cody. It was
a great match.
It was.
His actions have lessened the last 4 months of Cena's career because we are waiting for something more to happen, because he set the precedence and then did nothing with it.
Yeah, I'm simply just haven't been enjoying it, because we're just sitting here going, like, okay, when is there going to be...
there needs to be more.
The rest of this.
Right.
It just... It like, Cena, God bless him, he can't do it alone with this, where there was the, like... where he's playing essentially Darth Vader to, like, The Rock's Emperor. Sorry to bring back Star Wars. But, like, you know, he's supposed to be the big bad, and Cena's his champion, and... yeah, showing the fuck up. Like,
right. Cena did what he could do. The goal was to be a bad guy who doesn't like today's day and age. You can't show a ton of charisma if your goal is frustration and displeasure with this crowd. He tried it. He tried to change the logo a little bit. He got rid of the fun colors and the entrance.
It just went black and white.
Yep. And dulled out as much as he could. But he needed the corporate guy to bolster his blandness, so to speak. And there was nobody corporate. Hell, I would have appreciated if they wrote somebody else in to be the corporate guy at that point, and just keep hinting as The Rock is the top guy behind it all.
The Rock decrees that this will happen.
Right, something like
The
that. Yeah,
Rock says,
make it the most nerdy looking, like television producing looking guy ever. Have him wear a Netflix shirt. I don't care.
yeah,
But
do something.
right. I,
Don't just let it just be like, oh, well, I'm done. We did the thing. Like,
no, even
you hand
Cena.
signaled shit.
Yeah, that was the Rock's response. At least Cena actually kind of called it for what it was. I was convinced.
He's just like, this fucker's no showing twice.
Yeah,
That's all he could do is bury him.
I was convinced to make shocking TV. We made shocking TV. We had a moment, and then my friends ran away on me. Like,
yeah. What else
is he
supposed to do? Like, he can't run out this heel thing where he's supposed to be the Rock's champion. Thank God Cody didn't take the fucking bait here. It would have been a lot of good. He would have been joining the dark side only for the fucker to just no-show. And he's just like, I'm supposed to be your champion. Why aren't you helping me?
Talk about a momentum-killing moment that would have been if they would have decided to go with Cody instead of Cena.
Oh, God. Would it have just killed him? Like, all of his momentum? Like,
if it turned out anything like this, I'd imagine so.
Yeah. The only person that can, like, really weather this is Cena and just go, like, well, I guess I gotta turn face again on my own in a promo so that the next night I can come out with, like, the colorful everything and I'm all energized.
And beat John Cena.
I'm a wrestler again. Yay! Super
Yeah.
Cena has risen from the ashes of fucking this, I don't know, missed opportunity.
Yeah, that was just...
That could have been good.
Either way would have been better. Follow through with what you decided you're going to say you're going to do, or don't do it at all.
This show was the makeup show for not showing up at WrestleMania. Like, if you didn't do it here, and as we saw, Cena doing the face turn before it happened, just like, look, the fucker ain't showing up, so I'm just going to do this now so that we have fun at SummerSlam, because you guys got hosed.
Yeah, just is what it just that just was so frustrated with that scenario.
It just, don't fucking show up for one if you can't, like, make the commitment.
Yeah, and don't even try to lie and say that's clearly what I had in mind.
Just stay the fuck away until you got time and you're ready again.
Right.
Just don't show your face.
So, besides that, how'd you feel about SummerSlam?
Overall, I liked it. I think we both kind of came to that conclusion where the first show Saturday night kind of seemed more like the appetizer to the kind of bigger matches for Sunday. Which,
yeah, I feel like
I don't know if I hate that.
No,
in a way, it sort of makes you look forward to day two. Not that day 2 or day 1 was bad or anything. That was great too.
Day 1 was fine. I think they built it as if it was one big show this time. And what I mean by that is that the surprises and the higher profile matches were literally the main event from Saturday night, then into Sunday, where then it kicked off with a triple threat match. So you had the Punk situation and Seth's, thing, and that's like the start of the mega attractions. And then it went straight into the next night with the triple threat for the women's title. So like, it feels like they booked it more in my mind as one giant show as opposed to two individual shows. And when you do that, of course, that means night 1 isn't going to be as substantial as night 2. And the attendance even kind of showed that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm kind of surprised with the attendance that, like, it would just happen to work out that way. I mean, how soon did we even know, like, the full card of both shows?
Well, I think everybody on the planet realized that Cody and Cena were going to be night 2.
Yeah.
And I think that was obviously the main attraction. I don't know when we found out I mean, the other two main attractions obviously was Punk trying to win the title and then the triple threat women's match. And if you figured that either of those two matches was going to be on Sunday as well, you knew two of the top 10 matches were on Sunday. So why would you not do Sunday?
Yeah, true. Unless your stars that you really like say Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, they opened up Saturday's show, if I'm remembering
Yeah,
right.
I feel like if you're a big enough fan that you enjoy that many people on the roster versus the moment of like say Cena, you're probably gonna do both nights if you can.
That's true.
And then I don't know when they announced which night. What was it? Maybe they did it on Friday. I guess last minute. The TLC match was made kind of last minute, so I
Yeah,
don't think that really affected who had bought what tickets. But but
that
yeah,
match had so many dudes, so many
yeah,
people,
so much carnage.
12 fucking people. Goddamn.
But I think night one was fair overall. Obviously, the moments were Seth's reveal and Punk winning the title for all of 5 minutes, and then Punk losing the title.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot of like Instagram videos and stuff like that of like CM Punk fans being like so friggin' happy and they're like, no.
Yeah, yeah.
I I wasn't so no in the moment because Seth his music it comes out in crutches. I'm like, oh okay, so they're just kind of showing he's like, I'm watching you. I'll be ready to take this thing from you, and then does the pause on the stage and flips the crutches away. And well, we've all seen it. Comes down
Yeah.
and
What
beats him.
I
That what once he threw the crutches, that was more like the oh shit moment in my head, not the
Yeah,
music.
that was like the one match I got right though. That was the one pick I got right was picking the guy that wasn't in the match to leave with the belt.
Yeah,
Um,
boy, they did really good making us all bite on him being injured because
they had me for like the first 3 nights, and then I wasn't sold.
ah yeah I'm still a dummy. They had me. Um, it,
Uh,
the only
it was
reason
smart though. It was a good way to do it. I'll give him a lot of credit.
it was a phenomenal way to do it, and one of the people that helped him end up doing it was fucking green shirt guy because he took a
Yep.
video of Seth being helped out of the ring and around the metal stairs to take him back to the back, and he's just fucking cussing himself out, just like fuck, I fucked this up, basically just getting mad at himself because he just had this group that he assembled and then felt like he kind of ruined it. Yeah, pause for a moment. He's getting a little bit aggro off camera. All good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, pause for a moment there. But
Now we're good.
yeah, so our mega fan there kind of helped with making it seem believable, and Seth, probably knowing he's getting filmed by a bunch of people, hammed it the hell up and made everyone buy into it. And that's what you do.
Yep.
Make
Yep.
people friggin' believe. And then you find
Mhm.
out the whole damn thing's fake.
Yeah. When you throw in Becky made a quick post too where he was walking with a brace on as well. When that kind of got put out there as well, I kind of felt like that's another sign because obviously Becky would be in on it,
Oh yeah.
and she revealed she was obviously.
Yeah, I saw that later where it's just like,
So
oh, did I mislead you?
yeah,
Yeah, you clever little. Good job.
so
Good job.
but loved it, but also hated it. Feel like it's setting up for a monumental WrestleMania moment where Punk leaves with the belt at WrestleMania. When what I want is Seth and Roman.
Yeah.
Now, does it mean that it can't happen? No, but it just feels like one of those WWE moments where they give the fans a taste of what they think they want, and then they take it away, snatches away from them, just to give it back at WrestleMania. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah, at the moment, I kind of have to agree with you. I see that point and think it's a very good one. Where it's like, yeah, we'd rather have Roman Seth, but looks like we're gonna get Punk Seth again.
Yeah, I could see Roman being either Punk's backup or the reason why Braun Breaker can't get involved, and maybe we get that's where we eventually get Braun Breaker versus Roman. Um, maybe what happens eventually here in the near future is that Roman takes out JC. Because right now it doesn't make any damn sense why that man keeps stealing his shoes when it feels like he's that Roman's gonna feud with Braun Breaker instead. It just doesn't make any damn sense to me. So maybe that's the reason why, though. Maybe he feuds with Jeff Cobb first and then moves through him, and then by Mania gets to Breaker. And I could see that being one of the Mania matches. They're setting it up. I mean, the My Cameraman, the My Ring, the My This, that's all from a Roman promo, directly from a Roman promo. So it feels like maybe that's the WrestleMania match for those two. But when we actually would get Seth and Roman in a WrestleMania main event, I don't know. If it ain't this year, it better be next because it's all we got left. Not all we got left, but it feels like the potential for injury is too high to push it out too much further. Like if you want to see that happen, we got to have it either this coming Mania or the one after that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean they're both getting old. That's why this
say what you will,
for
but Roman's in great shape, and Roman, maybe it's the style he wrestles, but he doesn't typically get injured.
yeah, it's Seth that you have to watch out for. That's why this whole faking the injury was so believable because we're like, fuck, there he
And
is, fucking getting injury prone.
I don't think you are, but I just want to point out I don't feel like we're knocking Seth either because you can only work at that level and that many matches for so many nights in a row and not get injured. Okay. Like, I mean, it's just like, it's the law of probabilities. Roman wrestles a way lighter schedule in the past than Seth ever did. And I feel like that contributes to the wear and tear on Seth. So, albeit I think we all agree Seth is the higher risk for injury, it's not because of anything outside of the fact that he has worked so much more than so many other wrestlers, in my opinion.
It's the wear and tear.
Yeah.
It really is. And once you start getting some of these injuries, they can be repeat injuries.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But yeah, due to that, yeah, we need to be seeing that at WrestleMania sooner than later.
Yeah. But I do feel like this is going to be a Punk Seth. Give the fans Punk winning the belt at WrestleMania, this coming WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit of time still, but yeah, I mean, that might.
Yeah, injuries can happen. This, that, and the other thing can happen. But I feel like
because CM Punk's starting to get a little injury prone too. He's older, and they might have to swerve. Because it could be Punk that gets injured and not Seth.
Yep.
So.
But
maybe that's why they're kind of going for this thing at WrestleMania between those two, because they both are starting to get older and injured, and it's like, well, we better do it now with these two because both of them can get hurt.
Yeah, but we've seen this match so many times already.
We have. That's why I'm not really thrilled about it either. And I like CM Punk. I like Seth. I'm not really a Seth fan, but I like his body of work. I mean, just what he's done. Like, I absolutely appreciate him. Because, like, back in the Attitude Era, I didn't appreciate, like, Stone Cold or The Rock because I was an Undertaker fan. And then looking back on... Hey, stop barking, dummy. Looking back on, like, all the work they did, 10 years later down the road when they're not wrestling anymore, I'm just like, I should have appreciated what we had back then, because I really didn't. I was too like, fucking put the belt on the Undertaker. And
Right.
here he's just like, I don't need it. I'm the fucking Undertaker.
Right.
Put it on the two golden gooses, and then sometimes Triple H too. Those is
Yep.
the three bigs. I'll be in the picture, but I don't need to win it. Fuck that.
Yeah. Do the
So
surprise, put on Mick Foley once you're here, there, and stuff like that. And
yeah.
yep.
So
Again, women's triple threats gonna steal the show. Usually, that's a great match. The spots of the nights obviously were in the TLC match. Ciampa doing that crazy upside down hang essentially from the belt thing.
oh god, yeah, where Devon would have been shitting himself
Yeah.
because they always made him do the hanging thing, and he's afraid of heights. We never knew.
Yeah.
And then I do a thing where it's just like, use your abs and pull your legs up so you don't get speared off the thing, and then hang upside down from that thing and hope to God the cable doesn't snap. What? The cable's gonna snap? Oh, that's fine. We've learned since the incident.
Yep. Oh, wait. Wow. Wow. Why do you go to the dark places here?
I'm sorry. I'm dark.
I was ready to move on, and then it just hit me what you said. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
well, I was trying to,
Candace took the biggest. I'm just gonna move.
Okay,
I'm just gonna
right.
just turn and run as fast as I can.
That's for the best. Okay, so yeah, Candace
did the ladder spot, falling off the ladder, going through the ladder table on the outside.
Seemed to love that one because the ladder broke way too easily.
Well, no, that's the running issue with that. The dog wants attention. The podcast needs to end.
He's out of his friggin' mind right now, and I don't know
why. The problem is that ladder always explodes. They paint a wooden ladder silver as if we don't know, and then little 100-pound Candice LeRae explodes the ladder, and 200-pound beefy manly men are bouncing off the other ladders, and they're barely bending. That's like the running gag there. That's all.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, so what's better? It gives that much for anyone, whether it be her or anyone.
It needs to. It needs to. It needs to be a thing that breaks a fall because of how far they're falling from.
Yeah.
Falling on an actual ladder there and bouncing off of it would just be horrendous.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it needs to explode. It's just one of those things that if you're going to continue to do that spot every TLC match, that you're going to have to expect that kind of response. That's all.
Yeah.
Like essentially they need to cool it on that one and do something else. I know it's expected at this point in every TLC match, but that can stop. They can be innovative enough. There was plenty of other stuff that happened that was innovative enough that we didn't need that spot. If Candace wanted to do it for fun, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Cody's Alabama slam to Kevin Owens wasn't like, it didn't like break the ladder that easily. Like,
right.
He's much heavier gentleman than that little 90-pound woman.
Yep.
So, I don't know. It seems like they over gimmicked it just a little bit, but maybe they felt they had to, considering just
the weight of the person falling.
Weight. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe that's it then.
Because again, it's way worse if that doesn't break.
Yeah.
So, but that was a good match. I mean, the whole night was good. Anything else stand out to you, I suppose, and you want to talk about before we briefly fly through Raw as well?
I don't think I have anything that really stood out. Overall, I really just enjoyed the shows. I kind of want to go back through the week if I have time and sort of rewatch them a bit. Just I like the flow of both nights.
It was good.
Yeah.
I think the parts that we both commented on, though, that were bizarre was just the bizarreness of the entrances not meeting the character, not meshing with the character's gear. I think we saw that with Jade Cargill's glacier-like entrance while wearing uh, her Jamaican gear to honor her heritage, which was fine, which is great. But the entrance doesn't match that. And then the part that even makes it worse is that Tiffany comes out dressed as pretty much Elsa.
Yeah, she comes out in her gear like a baby blue, like snow biome kind of, ice princess sort of a thing, or ice Barbie. It, yeah, it didn't make any fucking sense. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
Um, the thing you kept harping on, and I agree with it. Uh, any of the dark figures like the White Sick, broad daylight, and they're having their entrance, and it's just like, yeah, I know it's difficult with their go home time, where it was like it's only like an hour into like darkness over there on the East Coast. So fine, you can't make those things the main event, but those there was at least two of those matches where you had dark characters. You kind of need to put them in the darkness like right before the main event. Like maybe in some sense it doesn't make like fit, but them being out in broad daylight just kind of sucks.
Yeah, you lose part of the character. You lose the dark eeriness with the White Sick. You lose the
You're killing the
Firefly
gimmick.
cell phone moments. You lose
Oh
a
yeah,
bit of those characters when you do it that way. But that's always been my complaint with mostly it's on the West Coast, you see it more, but it used to run to almost midnight. Now they're running to 10. So um you're losing the darkness hours at these outdoor events, even on the East Coast now, because of the way everything's just so bright because the sun's still out. So
yeah. Um,
I mean, I
uh,
kind of get it for WrestleMania because with the sun out, maybe it's a little warmer where you're at. When you're in New Jersey in April, it can be pretty cold.
oh yeah, yeah.
So maybe the
You could
daylight
have
helps a little
freaking
bit.
snow
Yeah,
if you're unlucky.
yeah. No, my New Jersey summer, my New Jersey WrestleMania first purchase when I got in the arena was a winter cap because it was cold.
Yeah. I always remember when my parents say they went to Niagara Falls for their honeymoon when they got married. So if anyone doesn't know, that's at the end of Lake Erie, where it essentially is dumping into Lake Ontario, right by Buffalo, New York. Just
Yep.
pinpoint that. But this was the beginning of June, and at the bottom of Niagara Falls was a big fucking ice glacier from all the like ice melt that hasn't melted and just all dammed up down there below the horseshoe falls of the Canadian side. So yeah, I mean, there's been times the first weekend of May, I'm like, let's, all right, cool, it's warming up, let's go fishing this weekend. And you start going out, and you're like, it's fucking snowing as I'm going out to the lake.
Yep.
This isn't going to be fun.
Nope. Yep. That's the
so,
thing.
um,
So
I think so. I guess before we jump in the raw, there was one off-topic thing I had. We were kind of looking at if the opposite of hard camera side, if the stands were all that full. We were kind of seeing the one like end like bowl wraparound shot of the upper mezzanine look kind of empty opposite
right.
of the stage side. Mentioning green shirt guy again because watching his stuff on Instagram, he had just a picture and it showed full row of like upper mezzanine directly across, and like I couldn't see where it ended and like seats cut off. So it it sold better than we were originally kind of thinking. So yeah, that's a, to me that's a good sign. And because if they state whatever the record attendance is, whenever they say that, I don't necessarily believe it.
Well, yeah, you can definitely have your questions about it, but it was going to obviously win because it was a 2 night event in a football stadium.
Yeah,
So the
and
diff
and in a very larger market. I mean, granted, the New York area is a bigger market than our Cleveland area, just is. So bigger
yeah,
stadiums.
stadiums hold about the same. It's about the same size. The difference going to be the price tag on the tickets essentially.
Can be, but
But
I think they have a little bit higher capacity than we do.
if it is, it's not by much. Most football stadiums average. Smaller football stadiums would be like Tampa, for example. But our construction is very similar to MetLife. We have a
Yeah.
little more character, and it still sucks. It's like a Chipotle here. Everything's like open rafters. You see everything inside there. It's just not good. But I think we still hold somewhere in the 60,000 range. I want to say MetLife is somewhere between 64 and a little bit higher. And what
Okay.
will vary is that I think that seat attendance, when you have a show like this, you have
A lot of floor attendance.
exactly. And then you lose, however, like the what would be in the Cleveland area, the dog pound section because of the ramp.
Yeah.
You lose a whole side, a whole north or south end of the field. So it gets a bit tricky. Um, I definitely did sell better than what I think it did here in Cleveland, personally. But do I think by a lot? I mean, being that it was a 2 night event, I guess yes, because we didn't have to try to fill it twice. Thank God, because our infrastructure sucks for that downtown.
Yeah.
Um, but I think night one versus night one was fairly equal. They may have sold a little bit better. I have to see what green shirt guy posted though to see for sure. I guess I haven't seen his posts. So
Yeah. I mean, he had at least a picture where it was like obviously he got to his seats kind of early and really the crowd wasn't in there yet. But then he has one where it's like mid, match is ending sort of a thing, and you can see like, okay, yeah, the house is packed. So
that's good. I'm glad. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, well, we, you know, we always kind of have concerns as wrestling fans where it's like some of these events not selling well. We want to see the business do well because the business doing well means they're able to pay these stars we like and don't start cutting everybody. Hopefully again, but
I mean I like where your head's at. It's a very nice way of putting it. I also wanted justification for a 2 night SummerSlam because I don't know if there makes sense in any other way other than for the profit. I think its location in relation to WrestleMania is too close. I for another 2 night event. I think
this was
um,
the first time SummerSlam was 2 night event.
yes.
Oh wow.
I mean, you got to have WrestleMania be a 2 night event, but I think if you want to space it out, I think Rumble and SummerSlam being 2 nights make more sense than WrestleMania and then 4 months later SummerSlam being 2 nights. It just doesn't, from a card standpoint, doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it
But
made a lot of sense when you're just like, well, you have the men's and the women's rumble. You can have one rumble on one night, one rumble on the other night. You should do the Royal
right,
Rumble 2 night event. Makes a lot of
it's
sense.
WrestleMania that's the problem, really. WrestleMania being in April is such a goofy time.
Yeah.
Um, Having it more in the middle of the year would allow you to have, or further into the year, you'd allow you to have Rumble, WrestleMania being both 2 nights. I think that would be ideal, but I don't. It doesn't do any. It's the same problem now if you make it Rumble instead of SummerSlam because again, it's
Yeah.
Rumble 2 nights, then 4 months later 2 nights again. It just
At least it makes a little bit more sense with Rumble because of the
right.
two Royal Rumbles.
Well, I guess you could just make all big four 2 nights. I don't know if that is necessary, but
Yeah.
um, it'd be every 4 months. It's a 2 night event if you could
Yeah.
sell it out.
Survivor Series or King of the Ring, whichever you pick to,
King of the Ring
whichever
they've
is
been
the
doing
fourth.
during the events.
Oh, okay. Well, then Survivor Series, I suppose. I
Yeah,
just
that'd be the fourth. That's the big four. Rumble,
that was the
Mania.
hardest one I see of making it a 2 night event because I don't know that it seems like to me it's always been the weakest of the four.
Well, it had a gimmick, and its gimmick isn't as popular as Rumble's gimmick.
Yeah,
It's the 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, which they've made the War Games match. I wanted to
yeah.
call it the
Thank
War
God.
Zone match.
I You know what I keep wanting to call it? I keep wanting to call it the Elimination Chamber match. I'm like, no, that's not what it friggin' is. I'm so glad you brought that up tonight. I've been having a mental block all night trying to remember what that was called.
Yeah, but
But
that's another one where you do one War Games match one night and one the next night.
yeah. Well, anyways, we should probably get in the Raw at this point.
I don't care. I watched it being angry at The Rock.
Yeah,
That's my assessment of.
You watched it being angry at the Raw.
That's my assessment of Raw.
I'm in
And I
with the New Day.
the hat was gold.
The gigantic hat. Oh my god.
I apparently don't understand dates.
Yeah. Bald people don't understand dates. That's what we learned from tonight's show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Geez, what the hell else?
Bliss and Charlotte continue to look really good as a tag team and have a lot of fun.
They do. It was interesting how they did that match and made it look like they were kind of getting their asses beat in the beginning, but that's kind of what you do, so that they can rally back and retain. So,
Well, no, it's just good tag team wrestling. That's Raquel and Roxanne cutting off the ring and not allowing Bliss to get to the corner and singling out one individual and that's what the announcers say, right? That's how they do the commentary on a match like that, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess there is one thing we could definitely talk about besides the fact that I'm tired of Bronson Reed taking Roman's shoes, which I've already hit.
What's it? Him almost trying to break his ankle again tonight with a tsunami?
No, the man just needs to stop going up there. No, it's Kaiser A, B, C, and D.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
El Grande A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
None of them were truth though, so that's sad.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that one. I can't wait to see that one. They better do that idea. That would be such a
well.
miss.
They've gotten 75% of the way there with
Yeah.
tonight. They're so close.
Yeah.
Fun concept. I assume it's them just picking on LWO. I don't think they have any direct relation to Dom other than Dom helped it.
Yeah.
Find a way to beat. Maybe that's the key. Kind of forgot about it because it doesn't really do anything. But I guess Dom did help.
The Americanos have essentially become their own faction.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Oh no, it's the Americanos!
Yeah, the Americanos versus Made in America for the Battle of America.
Whoever wins gets the Gulf of America.
I would say that's what should have happened in New Orleans.
You make a new belt, the Gulf of America belt.
Yep.
I already got the U.S. title. That doesn't make any fucking sense, in a sense. Because then you got the world. It's just like, well, why you had the U.S. one? Oh, that's just the U.S. This one's the world. I don't know.
No, you're right. I'm just surprised there hasn't been an angle yet where some, U.S. title holder goes full red, essentially, and just declares the U.S. title the best belt because it's the U.S. belt.
Oh, yeah.
It's the greatest belt that ever is.
Turns it into like a USA versus the world sort of a thing.
Yeah, or like you go full heel with the Trump thing and just make it like...
Oh God!
The best belt.
MAGA belt? Oh no!
The best belt ever made. It's the U.S. belt, so clearly it's the best belt ever. That'd be a bold move to do in this day and age. I'm not gonna lie.
Lucky I can't do a Trump impression to save my life.
That's what I think they. I'm
the
surprised.
Best belt.
It's the best belt. It's clearly the best belt ever made. It was a fantastic belt. I've even dare call it the greatest belt of all time.
The world belt. What does that mean? We just let anybody in?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Not here with the U.S. belt.
We should probably move on. We should probably keep moving. We should probably
no LWO allowed.
Oh my God.
Only Americanos. He's a great guy.
All of them.
All four of them.
Yeah.
Even the black one.
Truth has got to be in El Grande at some point. He'd be so good at it being El Grande. Um, what else happened tonight? Um, LA Knight gets screwed over by Punk.
Yeah, it's that's kind of predictable though in a
Yep.
sense. Like, but it seemed to be when what Knight was about to get curb stomped on the outside.
Yeah, but
And,
he doesn't care.
yeah, he's just like, no, let me get curb stomped.
Yeah, there's a
I'd
chance
eat
I
it.
kick
And,
out an hour
yeah,
later.
yeah, I'd be able to take it. I'm
Yeah.
LA Knight.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, he'd have to lift LA Knight into the ring still and get 3 count. It would be, he had a little bit of time to recover from that concussion / cracked skull
Yeah.
after that happens. But we see that Naomi's going to defend against Io 1-on-1.
Yeah.
They continue to build Io versus Ripley.
Yeah. He was just like, you'll never beat me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, you little shit.
That's another one that feels like it could pay off at Mania.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Although by Mania, I feel Liv is back, and I think her return makes the most sense if it's somehow related to Ripley.
Yeah, but
She should be back before that. She probably should be back for Rumble, but
I was gonna say she's got like the whole Judgment Day angle to possibly work out with Roxanne Perez there if they're gonna go that route.
it just depends if they keep it together that long. I was actually I'm glad to see the belts go on to Bliss and Charlotte, but I think that takes away from the team building with Raquel and Roxanne.
Well,
unless they have that much time.
Yeah, if they got enough time to get them back.
I have a funny feeling Liv's going to be back sooner than we think.
Yeah, maybe.
If they keep her off TV, it's purely for the angle for this, or maybe she's recovering, but for some reason, I just got a feeling that she could be back sooner than anybody's thinking. I'm not saying that she's Super Cena and can recover from an injury in 3 months instead of 6, but I also don't think she's
you able to see your chat?
Nope.
The wife. When did you all change your name to Wrestling Mats? What a dad pun. You can thank Gary for that. He came up with it 8 months too late, and we hate him for it, but it was too genius not to use.
Correct.
So we did it.
Yeah, so I got to log in and back out of my Twitch account so I can see my chat. And since it's usually kind of dead, I just didn't bother.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't see that. Sorry about that.
That's why I have yours open too. So
I should. I just don't.
I'm watching both. So
no, it's the right move. I'm just.
I have yours.
I'm watching highlight reels of The Rock lose matches on the other.
I have yours layered underneath Streamlabs, so it's like both chats are right next to each other, just sitting there. So if anything pops up, I see it.
That makes sense.
And it's just to the right of your face, because I'm just staring right at your face, and the camera's right above it. So I just look like I'm looking at the camera. I hope. So
no, you're good. You're on par with where the camera's at most of the time. I'm the one who tries to move around a lot because like I just get uncomfortable. I really should be doing this standing.
Yeah.
I just don't like sitting that long.
Is there anything else from tonight? I sort of felt like there was something, but I can't think of it that I wanted to almost mention. The one thing I have is we're finding out on SmackDown John Cena is gonna address us over fucking Lesnar coming back and F5'd him out of his fucking hat and shoes.
Yeah, I mean that's the build for the rest of the year is him versus Brock. I imagine. I guess maybe he could beat Brock and get one more title shot before he's done.
Yeah.
I could see Cody giving him that in December just to give him that match, and then hell, I could even see Cena winning just to take the belt.
Could see a thing where they mix it up into like a 3-way dance where it's Cody, Cena, and Brock.
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah, I could
Um,
see that. Although I feel like this is just a thing that Cena wants to. They're going to have Cena conquer on his own, so to speak, because of what that last match between those two looked like,
oh,
where Brock pretty much got to squash Cena.
yeah, is that what it was? He just threw him around because he's just like, well, why don't you just obliterate me? Because you just beat the Undertaker's streak.
Well, I
Let's
mean,
not
it
waste
was
that. Let's
well
use it.
after that, honestly.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Um,
even that too. Okay.
I want to say it was like 2023 or 2022 that
Oh.
Brock came back and just literally threw Cena around. It was like 17 Germans, 3x F5. I mean, it was just total annihilation.
Oh, okay. Well, how Cena kind of tells that is uh, that was his idea, at least to like. It's just like, well, I'm not gonna go over you. You're gonna go over. Like you're the person that beat the streak. It's just like just destroy me. Like I'm, off into my way of Hollywood, and you're still here, like being one of the guys
That's the
carrying the
reason why,
company on your
yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Just
that was the
kill me.
reason
Let's
why.
pass the torch to you, if as if it hadn't already been passed in a sense. But
Well, yes and no. I mean, Roman was really the guy at that point too.
true. I mean,
Uh,
the top belt, you need multiple dancers for it, or otherwise it has no fucking value.
you weren't watching yet. No, there was about 4 years where it was just Roman.
Yeah, I understand.
They
It's not
made the
good.
belt that Seth has because they needed something to actually do
Well, that
because
well,
Roman was busy playing Bowser for like 4 years.
I understand that too, because there was a time where Cena was the only person there for that belt, and they were just
Yeah, but he
throwing them
wrestled more
people to
than just
eat.
the pay-per-views.
True, but it's just they were just throwing them guys to eat, and they'd make it seem like, oh, it's the guy I gotta overcome, and he would.
Right, but it
So
was like a monthly thing, not like, and there would be matches in between. Roman just literally just didn't need to do anything for like 4 years. Like it paid off.
yeah,
He's a great worker, but at this point, but back then, he wasn't getting over. They tried several times to just cram Roman down our throats. Essentially,
oh yeah,
Paul Heyman helped. It allowed Roman to just stand there and look tough, and
yeah.
Heyman did the work.
Yeah, but
And but
before
it,
Roman got his new teeth, everyone kind of was just like, fucking jamming them down our throats. Don't like Roman. I remember those days of not liking
yeah,
Roman.
yeah, and then the new teeth thing that came at the backfire because that was the first time he battled the Cena on the mic, and that's
Uh,
when I felt that it showed Roman had improved, and I'd put Roman as an A tier on the mic, but he's not an S tier. He wasn't an S tier yet. That was still
yeah, yeah,
purely Cena Punk range. Was just S tier at the time, and
yeah,
not Roman. But Roman held his own okay. He was an A. I'll give him that, but he wasn't the top of the top.
yeah.
But
Now he's finally there. Now he has that confidence and swagger of just like a grown man, where he's just like, fucking,
yeah,
I've been here
I
already.
think he's had the position, and he has, like you said, the confidence, and I think you add in that. I think he's in the best shape of his life.
Hell, he
And
kind of did the thing that Cena did to him to Cody. He's just like, this is like when he was challenging him for the the belt and just going like, have you ever even competed for one of these?
right,
Like, ow, hey dick.
yeah,
I am now. Like,
right,
I worked up to this point. Yeah, I'm gonna come beat you, especially after a smart ass comment like that, you fucker.
right.
Have you ever
Oh,
competed for one of these? Fuck you.
yeah. Oh boy.
Well,
Well,
anyways, going on like 55 minutes or so.
yep.
Anything else? I think that's kind
I
of
think we
about it.
covered everything. I definitely got what I wanted to off my chest.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you, Rock. Not
Yeah.
Brock. You kind of saved the night, Brock, coming back and repeating from 2012, where you came back from UFC and just went like, yeah, I hit my music. I'm gonna go out there and F5 him out of his green hat and then kick it into the crowd.
Yeah, people still aren't happy he's back, but that's a different story.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's not go into that. That's
So
not necessary. I'm kind of viewing this return almost like he's gonna go out with Cena, like they're both kind of gonna retire. Because I mean, he's 48 at this point.
yeah, I mean he looks like he's in good shape for 48, but yeah.
He looks smaller, but he looks in good shape. But then again, he had a shirt on, so what the fuck I can tell. Also, and he came out with a cowgirl fucking cowboy hat. What the fuck was that? Seen my sister-in-law wear a hat like that. What's he doing?
He's being Brock Lesnar.
He's wearing cowgirl hats now?
Again, listen.
Boy.
I insulted The Rock's ability to tell a story. That's one thing. You want to go talk to Brock about his cowgirl hat. Good luck to you.
Look, if somehow he could ever possibly see this, which I doubt, invite me to go hunting with you. I'll tell you how much you shouldn't wear that fucking hat again.
That seems like the worst plan anyone's ever said.
Oh, come on. It's just hunting. It's fine. You can't end up, F5ing me out of your deer blind. I mean, come on. You ain't gonna shoot any deer that way.
He would just pummel a deer with your body.
Just take me out there and beat a deer to death with me.
Yeah, listen, all right. I am pretty overly confident in a lot of hand-to-hand combat situations. Brock is a different beast. Okay? Brock is a different beast. There is very little ways to combat a tank.
Is that like that scene from like Jason Goes to Space?
Are you the girl in the sleeping bag?
Yeah,
yes.
The girl in the sleeping bag. He's beating the other girl in the other sleeping bag with her.
Right, and then eventually he beats her against a tree and something like that. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, he beats nature to death with a sleeping bag. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's what Brock would do.
I don't like this fucking tree. I got a perfectly good sleeping bag with a corpse in it.
That movie's wild. I gotta rewatch that.
That's nuts.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
Not the one where he's like walking through New York before getting on that fucking spaceship and
No, you that's 2 away. That's Jason Takes Manhattan. That's I believe Jason 8.
He like smashes the dude's boombox and he's just like, "Hey man, what the hell?"
Yeah, then he raises his mask and it freaks him out.
Okay.
One of the best scenes for fighting in that movie, he actually fights an Olympic boxer on the rooftops, and the boxer pummels the hell out of him. Never really goes to the body, unfortunately. Just keeps punching that hockey mask, and has him on the edge. And the boxer should just keep landing shots. His hands are all bloody. He's exhausted. Should totally go to the body. Doesn't do it, and then just tells Jason to take a swing, and Jason takes his head off with one swing. It like the boxer's head rolls down the fire escape. They eventually find it. They get in some other characters eventually try to get in a car to get away, and the boxer's head is on the dashboard. I would love to see the scene where Jason apparently goes down the fire escape. Tink 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 tink. Tink, 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 tink,
Jesus Christ.
Just to pick up they're like 6 stories up to just pick up the head and put it in the car. Because I don't know who else would put the head in the car. It had to be Jason.
Wouldn't he just jump off the building, pancake on the sidewalk, and get back up?
I mean, he may have, but that would really draw attention to himself.
Yeah, I mean, anyways.
There's never a scene where like SWAT rolls in the takedown Jason.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know,
like that. Yeah, it's never happened where like the authorities have been called. Like, there's a fucking madman on the loose. Yeah, SWAT team out here. He's got a fucking machete, and he doesn't seem to go down.
Right. You know, SWAT would just roll it and literally saw him in half. Is what would happen.
Oh,
they would try to take him down, but I think once they realized that their typical means of takedowns didn't work, they might just hit with the SWAT vehicle, for crying out loud, for all I know.
I'm surprised at this point they haven't made a new Jason movie of him ending up in a high school and just being a mass murderer in a high school. Not like a school shooting, but just with the machete where it's just like, What the fuck? There's a dude going from classroom to classroom, massacring everyone.
The
And then,
classroom
and
thing
then they
was like
have
an
to.
80s thing. Like think of
Did,
Carrie and all that other stuff. So like
oh,
being
did
in the
they?
school building itself seemed like an 80s thing.
Oh, so you don't think they would do that now?
I just feel like it wasn't the rhyme or reason back in the 90s. They could do it now. They could.
Yeah.
And Freddie kind of took over the classrooms because kids would fall asleep in class,
It's
and
too
Freddie
real.
would then
It's too real
traumatize.
now. Yeah,
So
that's kind of the point to be too real.
yeah, well, yeah. Um,
Also, my darling wife is trying to collect on her life insurance she has on me. She has said, I am clipping this and tagging the appropriate social media accounts. So I might get my hunting trip.
well, I mean, you're gonna have fun. It's lovely up there.
Oh,
Definitely see if
yes.
he'll take you out for some of the steak he makes first.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, feed me before you brutally murder me.
Right. If you're gonna use you to tenderize the next set of meat, at least feed you with the previous.
Yeah, it's like the death row meal. Like, what do you want for
Yeah.
your last meal? I like to have dinner with Brock, and
I
all
still
the.
have a little bit of his spice left too. He made like a steak spice or seasoning.
How was that?
It was good.
Oh, okay, good.
As someone who doesn't eat a lot of red meat, though, I don't think I'm probably the best judge, but I thought it was
Oh
good.
yeah, I suppose so. Yeah,
Much more of a chicken person myself.
yeah. You kind of swore off red meat a long time ago.
Yeah,
That's
it
fine.
just wasn't. It wasn't like a. It was just it wasn't the better option.
I mean, it's the less healthier meat. I mean,
Yeah, it does offer more creatine than per se than a white meat typically. A red meat will give you more creatine in your diet, but I don't know if it gives you enough that you still won't need to supplement if you want certain levels of creatine. So,
yeah,
but I'm not a dietitian. I don't take what I say as any type of
yeah. I've
gospel.
tried to make my like say like white meat like chicken and red meat kind of a 70-30 split where it's just like red meat's not quite a treat. It's a little bit more than that, but I do try to be like, let's have more chicken. So I try to stay as healthy as I can.
Yeah, really, it comes down to like really with red meat, like is where's your cholesterol at and stuff like that. And if you want more protein in your diet, because typically you get more protein out of your white meats than you do your red meats.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're getting way out of hand here. So,
Yeah.
we could probably
She
call
said a
this.
while ago, y'all are Midwest goodbying your stream. Yeah, we kind of did that for the last.
No, we got into movies, is what we did. Became a movie podcast for about 20 minutes there.
Yeah.
I have to go evaluate the garbage, I think is what I was being yelled about before.
Oh, okay.
That's what was, I think, the discussion for a moment
All right. Well,
was the garbage. So I'm gonna go find out what the story behind
all
that
right.
is.
Well, we'll go and let you go take out the garbage.
I'm not gonna do that now. There could be a raccoon I got to battle. It's going out in the morning.
Just get a flashlight, you sissy.
Oh, I got floodlights that aim at it, but still not the
Hey,
point.
there you go. I mean, if you're quick, throw up the lid, throw it in, run.
You want me to pelt the raccoon with garbage?
Yeah, and kind of if it's a heavy bag, you kind of crush him with it. And he takes time to be like, fucking bastard, crush me with this thing.
I don't dislike the raccoon. I'm not trying to make an enemy.
Yeah, well, it's just you get him before he can get you. You just kind of you slow him down so you can get away.
Or I just let him sleep in the garbage can if he's in there, and then I just go there in the morning because he isn't.
Why would he sleep in there?
He's not sleeping. He's obviously
Yeah,
foraging for food. I get it, but
sleep
I'm just
during the
saying.
day. They're mostly nocturnal.
Right, but he won't be there during the day. He goes back to his hole.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
My
Well,
point.
anyways, let's wrap this up. This is getting ridiculous.
All right. For Matt and the wrestling mats, that was us talking about very little wrestling
It was
for an
mostly
hour.
wrestling and then nonsense.
True. The Rock, then some wrestling, then nonsense.
Yes. The Rock, please stay the fuck away from wrestling, at least off the camera, until you have time to commit.
Yep.
Good night.
100%. Besides that, though, I think we're good to say see you next week.
Yeah.
So see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.